everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's client makeover, I'm going to be showing you how to go from this to a makeup application that is ready for Snapchat. So to start things off, do not mind my nails, they are looking a little chunty at the moment. But to start everything off, we're going in with Max Fix Plus, of course, and then my favorite moisturizer by Embryolisse. This is perfect just to prep the skin for makeup application. It's going to help really hydrate the skin and remove any traces of makeup that were still left over. And then taking a little bit of a conditioner and just letting it sit on the lips while we work on the eyes. The concealer that I'm using to clean up her brows is no other than Prolongwear concealer. This is in the shade NW20. So I'm switching it up a little bit so that you can see that there is more than one way to fill in eyebrows. I'm saving it until the very last, but I just want to do this just to give it a little bit of shape and help prep the eyes for eyeshadow. And the eyeshadow primer that we're going to be using today is the same as last time, MAC's Prolongwear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly, and I'm applying this with a beauty blender. The eyeshadow palette that we're going to be working with today is Anastasia's Modern Renaissance palette, and we're using the shade Tempera right on the brow bone. Next shade is Burnt Orange, and this is going to go all over the crease. The next shade is Real Girl, and forgive me if I'm totally butchering that, but it's just a deeper, like coral shade, so it's going to add some dimension up against the burnt orange. And just when you thought you were done with the crease, you really weren't. Take a little bit of red ochre and you're going to deepen up the crease a little bit more with this shade. This has to be my favorite shade from the palette. It's called Love Letter. It's a matte, deep fuchsia pink shade. Almost has like a purpley undertone to it, and I'm applying this right on the lid. The look so far has only consisted of matte eyeshadows, so I'm using Mercier just to add a little bit of a shine and highlight the inner corner a little bit more. And taking Morphe's Slate eyeliner, I've actually really been loving this eyeliner because it's nice, it's intense, it's dark, and it's rich, and it's super matte, so it's a win-win for me. This has to be my favorite mascara from my kit. It's Loreal's Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. When you're applying this on somebody else, really make sure that you're using a spoolie with it and not the actual mascara wand that it comes with, because you don't want to spread any germs. And you already know how I feel about this guy. This is Skindanavia's The Makeup Primer Spray. So just spritzing this on the skin before our primer. And the primer that we'll be using is CoverFX Illuminating Primer. This is the perfect primer for anyone with more dry or even oily skin because it's going to add a really nice glow while still controlling shine on the skin. And because it never does me dirty, we're going to be using MAC's Studio Fix Fluid on her skin. She's a little bit more on the tan side, being that we just came back from Cancun, so she's actually an NC 35. And that's her reaction when she found out what shade she was. Really just make sure that you're pushing the foundation into the skin to help pack on the coverage without looking cakey. Dipping my brush back into the eyeshadow palette, and I'm taking Burnt Orange, that same like first crease color that we used, and I'm using this to further correct the under eye area before we go in with our concealer. This is Urban Decay's Naked Concealer in the shade Light Neutral. Do you guys see the difference that makes? Tell me this concealer is not everything. After applying the concealer, you want to make sure that you set everything in place. So I'm using MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC40 just to set the foundation in place. This is the concealer that we'll be using to contour. This is in the shade Golden Bronze, or Beautiful Bronze. Beautiful Bronze it is. So just applying that in little small dots all over the skin and then a little bit in the cheek area and blending that out. I'm using the 168 brush by MAC to blend that out a little bit. And just have some fun with it. Honestly, this is when makeup comes out so much better, when you're just relaxed and kicking back and having fun with it. And to really make sure that the nose doesn't look fake or anything, go back in with that beauty blender that you were using just to kind of push everything into the skin so it doesn't look too fake. And the same way that we set foundation, you're going to set your contour the same way. So I'm taking Benefit's Hoola bronzer just to set all of that in place. Taking my Holy Grail Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Powder, setting the under eye area with this. You don't even have to use this one. Like today I used the Airspun loose powder that they sell at Walmart, and it works the same honestly, so just use whatever you have. It all gives the same look. And we're almost done with the eyes here, so I'm taking a flat shader brush and going back in with a little bit of Love Letter again just to deepen the lower lash line up. And I didn't list the name of this, but it's going to be listed down below. It's just an off-white eyeliner to open up the eyes. And on the lower lash line, I'm taking that same mascara that I used earlier and taking a clean brush that doesn't have anything, and we're just dusting off all that translucent loose powder. And my Holy Grail bronzer for every client that I have is Refined Golden Bronzer by MAC. It just adds the right amount of warmth to the skin after doing bronzer. Alright, it's going to be a mouthful going from here, but the next product that we're going to be using is the Dandelion Dew Cream. It's like a soft baby pink cheek color by Benefit, and I'm using this with the same dual fiber brush just to add a little bit of color to the cheeks. So because this is a cream, powder is going to go great on top of this. So to add that glow, I'm going to be taking Anastasia's Hard Candy color on the top left corner that you see here, and I'm whisking that on top of the blush just to add that shine. Yes, girl, yes. And like I told you, we were going to be filling in the brows last. So I'm just taking a brown eyeshadow by MAC. This is charcoal brown, and I'm defining the very bottom. And I'm going to fade that to the top with a little bit of Omega, not too much though. The main color here is charcoal brown. And after, to really add a little bit more color, but keeping it soft like I said, Anastasia's Brow Wiz, or it's not the Brow Wiz, it's the Brow Definer in medium brown is life changing. So you're going to see that right now. So I really wanted to give her some nice luscious lips just to complement the entire look. So I'm using MAC's Whirl Lip Pencil at first, and I'm just kind of outlining her natural lip shape with this. After I filled in everything with Whirl, the second color I'm going to be using, which is right now, you see it right here, is Chestnut. And I'm just using this to deepen up the corners a little bit. The liquid lipstick that we will be using is Reezy by Lipland Cosmetics. Just doing this all over, and then our gloss of choice is, oh god, what did we use? Nice Buzz Plush Glass by MAC. There you go. That's what we use. And that completes the look for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know that you all loved my last one, so I definitely wanted to make sure that I got another one out here for you guys. So you basically seen how I turned her into the model that you see on my Snapchat. So this is behind the scenes. I hope you all enjoy this look, guys.